What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to show you guys how to change a tire and an inner tube on a kid's bike. We'll be using a 20-inch kid's bike tire. We got a 20-inch inner tube. Pick these up. Got a 4-pack. It's easier just to buy the extras, have extras here. We'll be using the tire tools to get the tires off without scratching the painted spokes and everything that's on here. And you'll need two 15mm either ratchets, socket, wrench, things along that line to make it easier on yourself. And you'll need a Phillips head screwdriver if you have the brakes, like what we've got on here. So first thing we're going to do is go ahead and take the brakes loose. Take this screw loose. A lot of times you can just take the Phillips head and screw it loose. But take the Phillips head screwdriver and get it loose that way. Sometimes it's just an 8mm on the back of it. So you just take that right off if you need to. This here is just loose enough that we can do it this way by hand with the screwdriver. So we'll take that and set it off to the side. Loose. Take the 215, just rip these loose. I'll show you here in a second what we have to replace this. My kids like to go through town and lock up their brakes quite frequently. So we got a flat spot in it that's wore through again. Side, screw. And this, it doesn't have the cover on it, so all you gotta do is just work the chain loose from the sprocket there. Take it loose there, and just slide right off. Now, like I said, I'll show you guys. I don't know if you can see that real well right there or not. You can see she's wore right through it. Yeah. Inner tube's done, tire's done. Yeah. So, what do? You replace it. These here are real easy to do. You can use a flathead screwdriver, things of that nature if you want. Just be careful with it because it will chance of puncturing your tire, but we're replacing it anyway, so that wouldn't really matter on this part here. And you'll just go around the lip of it. Come right off. Same with the inner tube. Comes right off. Now, if you're going to just replace your inner tube right here, put a little bit of air in your inner tube, and you can go from there. If you're just replacing the tire, keep the inner tube going, just replace the tire, but we're changing them both, so in the trash these will go. There, got 20-inch inner tube. Pull that out. And what you want to do, you want to put a little bit of air in this at first, just to help it take shape around the rim and everything. If you don't put air in it, it won't take shape. It'll be a lot harder to put on for yourself. So save yourself the hassle. Put just a little bit of air in it. Just take the rubber band off, unroll it. It'll come with a new valve stem cap. Just take that cap right off. Set that off to the side for right now. I'm gonna put some air in this real quick, so give me just 1 second. So you just want to put just enough air in it to get it to take a little bit of shape. See, now it's got just a little bit, so it's a little bit firm here, to where you can actually work with it a little bit easier. And then we'll take the tire out of here. The white ones are a little bit easier to use on the kids. They're a little bit thinner than the black tires for adult bikes and such. So it'll have a little zip tie going around it. Just take a set of dikes, take it off, and you're good to roll. And you'll want to unroll it. This will be a little bit tricky part. Just try to get it to take shape as best as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect right now. But that's all you got to do, so you get the general shape of the tire and everything. Otherwise it's all warped and everything. Put your inner tube inside the tire. There might be different ways that might work easier for you. If so, leave a comment in there what works best for you. This is just stuff I've kind of learned throughout the years of having to figure these things out on our own. Nothing major, but 3 kids, it's cheaper to fix a bike than it is to keep replacing them. So then when you get it to there, I don't know how well y'all can see there, sorry, you can't see me, but what you're doing is just putting the valve stem through the hole here. And what I like to do, I like to put the cap back on it right here, and then I'll keep it from going back through. Now, you can pull it back through with the cap on. You're really going to force some stuff you shouldn't. So this here is just extra protection for me. See, it'll hold it in place. You can see everything's kind of coming together there a little bit. So then from here, what I like to do, I like to try to slide the rim back in as much as I possibly can, all the way around. Then right here, see where it's starting to get tight? That's where your little plastic tool here comes in handy. Just take it on the lip here. Look at that. Like magic, right? Once you get it to where it's in the inner tube right there, see where it's all the way, tire sitting on the outside, you can start feeding one side or both, however you want to do it, where it's sitting inside your rim here. This will be the part where you'll fight a little bit. You do one side is the easiest way to do it. Get one side where it's all the way in around the lip. And you start using your little tool when it starts getting a little tight here. These little tools, they come in handy. Like I said, you can get them Target, Walmart, about anywhere, $2 or $3. Now, this will be the tricky part. If you don't have the tool, I said you can use a flathead screwdriver. I don't advise it. You're going to take a chance at puncturing that inner tube and just redo what you've already done. I've had to learn through trial and error. As you can see right here, it's starting to get a little tight. So we got a bend right here, guys. Take this little tool. You just go in here. Look at that. See how easy that was? And you just check both sides. You're in there good. That's in good and tight. We're pretty much done here. Now, installation is just reverse of putting it back on. You'll put the cogs back on the same side here. I'm gonna grab a little milk crate here. We're gonna prop it up so it'll make it a little bit easier on us. So, if you've got an assistant, this is where you need your assistant to hold it. Make sure you guys can still see this. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so once we've got it right here, grab this tire. We're gonna put her on. Now you want to try to get it back as close as you can to where your paint is marred. Now what I mean is, let me grab this, I'll show you guys. If you come in real close, you see right there where the paint is a little bit, my camera skills aren't great. Right here, and right here, that's where you're going to want to try to line your nut up when you start tightening it. You're going to want to try to get that as close to those same spots as you can. Now what that's going to do is it's going to line your chain back onto that cog. That way your kid's not riding, your chain pops off. We've had that issue quite a few times, but it happens. So let me put you back over here out of the way. And we're gonna keep rolling here, so. But before you do that, make sure you get your chain, pull it up through. Chain back on your sprocket here. Sometimes this is the harder part, as easy as it looks. Sometimes this can be deceiving. So now you see how we've got that chain on there and everything. Pull this back, like I said, about where you had it before. And then another thing I forgot, don't forget to put your brake, which is this little cog right here, put it back where it needs to be also once you start tightening these. Once you tighten this up and you got that backwards, you're gonna have to loosen this back up to get it back in. Had a lot of trial and errors throughout the years here, so again, if you guys have any questions on everything this stuff, let me know. I'll try to make another video of something else if you have other questions or need help with other things. We've had to kind of learn how to do these things on our own with our kids, so we know it's difficult. So we want to put that on there loosely. And then once you get it wrapped around part of the chain, you just get your little kickstand out of the way here. Should have done that first, but kick it around. Now you see it's got a lot of slack in it still, so this is where you're going to want to try to tighten it as much as you can. If you look and see how much slack's in that. You don't want that. You want that to be as tight as you possibly can. So right there, you're going to put us about right. Go back to your 15s. Tighten them back up real good. Oh, see what I just tell you guys about that Phillips head for that brake, right? Told you not to do it, and I did it. But my mistake be your lesson there. So we'll feed this back on through here. Slide this back in place. Slide it through there. It's just a simple little nut and bolt. Again, that should just be an 8mm nut. If you want to get you, if yours is a little bit tighter, you can't break it loose. It'll just be a Phillips head and an 8mm is all you're going to need. So we're going to get that finger tight there. And we're going to pull this back as far as we can. If you have a helper, sometimes it makes it a little bit easier to be able to pull this back a little bit further because you want to take all the tension out of that chain. You don't want your kid riding down the street and the chain pop off, or they're riding around the block and you have to run down the street with some tools if they try to walk it back, or we've done it. We've been there. So everything works right. It should spin freely and stop. Perfect, right? Now all you're going to want to do, I'm going to get the 8mm just so it'll be extra tight for her. 8mm ratchet. And then we're just going to tighten it up here. And that's all there is to it. Now you'll want to read your specs on here to see exactly how much air this can hold. So on this one, it says right there, inflate to 35 psi. You don't want to go over that. You want to stay between 30 and 35. If you put too much in there, you're going to take a chance at blowing that inner tube. You're going to put knots in the tire. It's just going to be a headache for you. So look for when you're looking around it, you're going to see right there, inflate to 35 psi. Okay, and then right here's the size tire. If you're trying to figure out what size tire you need, it's going to be written right on your factory tire. It'll be, this one's a 20 by 2.125. And like I said, we buy these little 4-packs here. We actually got these on clearance at Walmart, so we stocked up quite a few of them. I got those. And we also got, you know, we got 3 kids. We have bikes. We got it all cheap, so we're gonna be stocked up for the summer. So if you have any more questions, don't hesitate to comment on here or message me. Give me a subscribe. I'll try to do more videos like this to help people out learn how to do these things. But right there, like I said, 20 inches. It's pretty easy, and she's done and ready to roll. We'll have a happy kid again. Like I said, we went from brand new tires there to here's what she had. And we just changed my other daughter's on hers too. Hers dry rotted. She's had the same bike for about 5 years. But yeah, you guys got any questions? Need to know anything else on these? How to adjust anything? Please comment. Let me know what you want to see. We'll make some more videos. Thanks, guys.